Welcome to the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Digital marketing essentials and next-level tactics. From off-site and on-site optimization to persuasive selling and everything in between. You'll learn actionable tips on what it takes to outright and outrank your competition.
"16 SEO mistakes to avoid like the plague." Search engine optimization, SEO, plays a key role in a successful website. And while we often focus on what you should do in order to improve your rankings and visibility, it's equally important to consider what you should not do. Effective SEO requires a delicate balance between implementing these optimization tactics and improving online user experience, and many webmasters make the mistake of over-optimizing their sites. In this guide, we're going to show you some of the biggest SEO mistakes we see websites make and how you can avoid them. Consider it a favor from us to you. Why SEO matters. You know you need SEO, but have you ever paused to consider why? In other words, what is it about SEO that's so important that businesses would spend thousands of dollars on it every single year? The answer to that question is multifaceted. And while we could easily make this entire blog post about the importance of SEO, we're just going to give you a quick 30,000-foot view of the top reasons why SEO matters. For starters, visibility. In a world where most people discover brands online, visibility is everything. And even though social media and advertising are important, nothing beats Google in terms of discoverability. SEO is designed to improve search rankings and generate more organic visibility for key search terms. Traffic. When you're highly visible in the search results, you're naturally going to generate more traffic for your website. Approximately 75% of all clicks go to the first 5 search results. This helps you procure more leads and, ultimately, more customers and revenue. Authority. Want to increase your authority online? What better way than to rank well in the Google search results? It indicates that Google finds your website authoritative and simultaneously increases the chances that other blogs and websites will link back to you as a source or reference for important ideas. User experience. At the end of the day, Google doesn't pick arbitrary ranking factors. They've developed their algorithm with the intention of encouraging websites to design more user-friendly web experiences. Because after all, they, Google, are judged on how relevant the search results are. If people find that Google is consistently giving them bad results, they'll eventually find a new search engine. Thus, an investment in proper SEO is also an investment in a positive user experience. When you layer all of these issues on top of one another, you can see why SEO is such a valuable investment. And it also becomes painfully obvious how meticulous you need to be in order to maximize these benefits. The problem with improper SEO and investment in SEO is a good thing. But not all SEO investments are productive or beneficial. If you implement the wrong SEO principles and/or over-optimize your website, you may actually generate diminishing returns. Negative consequences of improper SEO include lower search rankings. The Google algorithm has stops in place that identify improper SEO techniques and over-optimization. This actually leads to poorer rankings and less visibility in organic search. Penalties. If you continue to use improper SEO tactics and/or appear to be intentionally manipulating Google's search algorithm, you could get slapped with a penalty. At some point, your site could get banned and completely delisted. Lack of trust. It's not just the search engines that notice black hat SEO techniques and over-optimization. Your website visitors will take notice as well. This will hurt trust and negatively impact customer loyalty to the point that you lose customers. In other words, SEO is important, but it needs to be done properly. Take the time to understand the difference between good and bad SEO and you'll increase your chances of being successful. 16 SEO mistakes you don't want to make. Want to maximize the benefits of SEO without risking diminishing returns? Here are a few of the top SEO mistakes you'll want to avoid. 1. Excessive use of keywords. It's an easy mistake to make if you're focused on specific keywords. In the early days of the search engine age, keyword frequency was straightforward. The more keywords you had on a given page, the more likely it was you would rank for those keywords. Then, it was deemed that keywords should only represent 3 to 5% of your total content. Now, any unnatural use of keywords can be detected, so keep your selected keywords to a minimum and focus on quality content. 2. Multiple keywords in a title tag. Along similar lines, don't try and artificially stuff keywords into your title tags. At most, a title tag should have one strong keyword, and that keyword should be the one most relevant to your business, not the one with the highest competitive advantage. Describe your company in less than 5 words, and use that as your primary keyword phrase. Any other keywords you try to shoehorn in will be irrelevant or counterproductive. 3. Skipping title tags and schema. It's important that you give your blog posts and content all of the proper title tags and meta descriptions. It's also necessary to provide context with schema. A failure to do so will only undercut your efforts. Schema markup basically tells Google how to interpret different parts of your content so that it knows how and when to serve it to searchers. This is especially important when it comes to multimedia elements like images, videos, and graphics. 4. Keywords over subject matter. Blog strategies used to be solely dependent on keyword strategy. You would select a handful of keywords and write a blog post around each of them. Nowadays, specific keyword frequency is antiquated and unnecessary. Instead, focus on writing high-quality content about a specific topic. That will give you the highest chance of ranking for keywords relevant to that topic because they appear naturally in the body of your blogs. 5. Thin content for the sake of quantity. Too many webmasters focus on writing a specific number of blog posts or a specific number of new pages on a regular basis in order to maintain a high authority with search engines. It's not a viable strategy. Posting great content on a regular basis is important, but remember, it's better to have a smaller number of better blogs than a larger number of weak ones. 6. Fluff pages. Old search engine marketers used new page creation as an easy way to build traffic for a specific keyword. For example, if the keyword in question was strawberry ice cream, they would create a page called strawberry ice cream, with strawberry ice cream in the title tag and in the body of the page several times. Today, it's a form of over-optimization, and should be avoided unless it truly adds value to the user. 7. Page duplication. Google hates to see duplicate content on the internet. Even if you take a piece of content and spin a few words so it's not an exact copy, Google can still take notice. Too many webmasters think they can get away with this kind of content spinning, but it's an unnatural form of over-optimization, and if Google catches you doing it, you could be penalized. 8. Unnatural keywords. Some keyword phrases are simply unnatural in any context. For example, try working the phrase, beaches Cleveland, Ohio, into natural sentences. It's practically impossible. Google can detect the unnatural use of language, so if you attempt to slip these into a blog post, you'll be noticed as an over-optimizer. Instead, focus on the topic of the keyword phrase and write naturally.
Thank you for joining us on the SEO.co podcast. We appreciate your time. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show and visit SEO.co for more resources based on today's topic, as well as access to more podcast episodes to help you improve your site's long-term SEO success.